inspiration for this particular swag is coming from the ribbon. You can see there's a lot of bright green, so a nice green in here mixed with a white pumpkin. So that's why I'm going to pick a brighter green as far as it goes. I'm going to put some of these pods in there. All of this stuff is available at Khalees.com, guys. So I've just fluffed this one right out, and I'm going to use a couple of these in here. I'm going to use two. So I'm thinking one kind of at the top, kind of catty corner just a little bit right here. And I'm just going to use some of these pine to hold it in. I'm just zigzagging these to tie it in. And you can cut it if you want to. I'm just going to leave this because I don't think we're going to see it. But I'm going to attach it 3 different places. And then I'll tack a little glue on there just to hold it tight. Give it a lot of motion forward. Make sure you do that. Bring in another one. And this one I'm going to kind of go bring it kind of coming down. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I love these pods. These are like I'm calling them pods, but they're like a thistle. And I like that you can use them different times of the year, but they're going to look great with this particular pattern. So I'm just zigzagging this in. I'm going to tuck this one kind of behind here. If you end up seeing a stem, we can always cut it out later. But in the meantime, I'm just going to try to camouflage it in there. All right, those are in. So I've kind of got them. You see how they're kind of making a little S? I like that in there. I like that little flow going on. So I'm going to put a little bit of this eucalyptus in here and start getting a nice feel for my design. Tuck it in. You guys, I'm using a glue pot, so I just put it in some glue, dipped it in, and then we tucked it in there. I'm putting my eucalyptus in, and guys, I'm giving it lots of depth. I like the linear movement of swags for some reason. I'm a curls and movement person, so I love the movement of a swag. I'm gonna pop this one in here. And since this base is green and we're going in, we've kind of got a lot of green working on this particular fall piece, it's going to work fine if it shows a little. You don't have to worry about it. Oh, I love this. This is so wispy and pretty. I love this stuff. I'm going to put a little more brown coming down the center. You know, when I was coming up in the industry, probably 20, 23, 24 years ago, preserved eucalyptus was all the rage. The thing is, preserved eucalyptus here in Texas bleeds. It bleeds because we have too much humidity. Well, not all over Texas, but here in Houston. So it always made it, don't touch it. You have to use it indoors. So I've got eucalyptus, I've got green and brown. That looks great. I can stop here. I had put aside some white pumpkin, so I thought maybe we're gonna tuck some pumpkins in and see how it goes. Let's cut these open. Got some different fun shapes. I love fun shapes of pumpkins. Oh my gosh, when they start putting the regular pumpkins in the grocery store, are you guys like me? You're like, ooh, there's another shape. I could put that in the kitchen. I could put this outside. I could, real pumpkins, fake pumpkins, I like them all. I'm gonna pin these into this wreath base. Decide where we're gonna pin these in. I can pin them directly to the pine in here, but I was thinking we'll take a couple and just pin them right in. I love that one kind of going down. Now let me see what other kind of textures I have in here. I've got one that's kind of a little bit of a flat one. Oh, these are cute. Look at this one. I got a flat one. I got a curvy one. I love these. Y'all, this is such an easy swag. Y'all need to be knocking these out. Super cute. I'm going to tuck this one kind of, trying to decide, do I want these? I just kind of want these, a couple down here, just tucked in amongst this eucalyptus. I'm just using floral pins. I'm pinning it to the pine, and then I'm just making sure I twist the pine back so they can't fall off. They're going to wiggle a little, but they're not going anywhere. Okay, let's get one of these other gourds. All right, I'm going to use one more pin because see how that one's kind of floppy? We don't want that. I'm going to pin it up just a little bit higher. Nothing worse than a floppy gourd, y'all. Nothing worse. Let me tuck this in over here. So if you work with pumpkins and gourds that are artificial and they're foam, the nice thing is you can tuck them in and pin them. It's easy. I'm going to tuck this in back here. We're going to do the same process. And I might have to put a couple of pins up here because I want to make sure they're going to hold. Or you know what, I'll just tie it further back. This is so cute. I love the dimension of this eucalyptus. There's that one, and let's put one more up here. I put the pin in to the pumpkin, and I grabbed one of the pine stems and just, so it's pumpkin, pine, my finger's the pine, right? And the pin's just gonna go right through that pine, okay? I'm using these flatter pumpkins, and I'm letting them kind of be a little flat. Just want a little space between those. Oh, that's cute. See how we kind of got a nice line of the white pumpkins going down the middle? I'm gonna have a couple of pumpkins left for another project. The autumn bush here, this is a greenery bush. I'm gonna tuck a little of this in just for a little bit more of a texture that's gonna be kind of curling in and out. Okay, I'm gonna tuck this piece in. I want this piece to kind of come out the bottom right here under the, where we put those pods at the very beginning. I'm tucking that under here. I like these leaves. They have that little touch of like the autumn edge. In design school, which is our class that I teach weekly about floral design and technique, but I would call that breaking the plane. Like we want to break the plane of other objects in our wreath. Just taking a little bit of that additional greenery and popping in a little eucalyptus. I always like to put something kind of tight to the bow. I think it looks really fun. I got it nice and full. I'm going to put a little bit more right in here between these two pumpkins. Pop that in. Guys, here's our swag. We started off with that Christmas base right here, 30-inch pine Christmas base, which of course you guys can use those anytime. And we added a lot of fun eucalyptus, green and brown. We popped in some pumpkins, a nice neutral fall piece that can transition from all the way from the end of summer right into fall for those people who don't want the orange and the bright orange in falls. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.